Hey everybody.
Hey guys,
welcome
welcome
back
to
the KIWICAST. Today we're gonna have some smooth vibes for you. I'm Jaden, and I'm here with Mike. Michael, how are you doing?
I came with the smoothest of vibes.
That's good to hear. All right, Adrian. Adrian's here today. How are you doing?
I got even smoother vibes.
Wow, those are some smoother vibes. And Brady, how are your vibes today?
I'm out here drinking some hibiscus tea.
Ooh, that's smooth.
Is it smooth hibiscus?
It's smooth as fuck.
It's actually crunchy. So yeah, guys, if you don't remember, in the last podcast, we said we were going to be doing some conspiracy theory discussions today, but also Mike said he has a story.
Like 6
or
weeks
something.
ago.
Oh, I can tell my employment story.
Yeah,
Of
why don't
how
we
I
start off the
got-
podcast with a lovely little anecdote?
Yeah, let's bore the fuck out of people.
It's
Oh
not
my
a
God.
it's
smooth
not a boring
anecdote.
It's a smooth
Smooth
anecdote. It's more of a tale of caution. It's a tale of lost loves and
Just get to the point.
even more lost hearts.
All right, Mr. Tolkien, go ahead and start the story.
Let me start by setting the picture for y'all. All right.
Mm-hmm.
There once was a young lad. This lad was quite young. And also extremely handsome. And also just like the coolest person.
People are going to think we're trying to fill time.
What's new? I'm just kidding. We don't fill time. All right. The point of the story is that I tried to get hired and then I got scammed by these people. And Walmart's basically a pyramid scheme, I think. They're all just...
That's why it's called a Walmart. It's like a wall
Because there's
that you, like,
an
people are trapped-
impenetrable wall, yeah.
Because it's
Yeah,
an
it's actually a
impenetrable
pyramid
wall of assholes. So this happened like 2 weeks ago, but I didn't want to tell it on the last podcast because I thought I was going to still work for them. But I got a different job that we can't say because the place that I work at is only in this state. So we can't say what job I work at so that we don't dox
really?
ourselves.
It's only in the state? Wait, what is it?
That's crazy. Tell me.
Yeah, no,
if I say-
really?
Wait, what state? In Texas?
Yeah, exactly. Texas.
Yeah, you're
It's-
in
Are
Texas?
from-
Oh
It
shit, I
is.
doxed us.
God
This is
dang
part
it,
of the
Brady.
lore. We can
It's
just
part
like...
of the lore. We live in Texas.
I guess there's no point in hiding our accents anymore.
Luck.
Yeah, I guess not, boys. So anyway, I tried to get hired by Walmart because I need some way to pay rent. So I tried to get hired by Walmart. And I was like, I want money, so I'm going to ask for like a pretty high pay for Walmart. And so I asked the lady, I called the HR lady on the phone. And the HR lady
As
was
opposed
like,
to calling her on what?
on the
Your jitterbug.
telephone. Yeah.
Okay.
So I called the HR lady and have I told you guys this story already? Is this only podcast exclusive or who hasn't heard this? Adrian
I don't
and
remember.
Jaden have
I don't
not.
remember enough for it to be like
Yeah.
not entertaining. Like I can still provide some
Okay,
commentary
good.
questions.
I
Yeah,
was
we
just
don't
asking
really
because
listen
I
too
want to
much.
know if I can like talk about the cool details or not.
Yeah, do
Anyway,
it.
so the point is that I called the HR lady and the HR lady was like, "Oh, well, I'll tell you what. We've got a few things you can do for us." And I was like, "Cool." And she's like, "And some of these things could be higher
Illegal.
paid for you." Yeah, illegal. She was like, "I can give you some extra money, particularly $13 an hour to do these things." And I was like, "Oh man, $13 an hour. That's
Oh my
You just
god!
doxed
No,
us.
Mike, the way that you're
What?
like building this up right now sounds
You just doxed
super
us.
sexual.
No. It's not. I know it's sounding like that, but it's not.
It's like, well,
You
there's
want-
some things you could do for us to make a little bit more money.
No,
Specifically $13 an
You
hour.
doxed us.
I didn't dox us.
You did. You said minimum wage is at
That's not
least
the minimum
13.
wage. Dude,
I know, but
minimum wage is like
you've narrowed
$5.
it down. You've narrowed it down.
I did not.
Oh, you just narrowed it down. We're the only state that has a minimum wage below the federal, Michael.
No, dude, the minimum wage of the national is like $5. I wasn't saying
No,
the
it's
state
not.
minimum
It's $7.29.
Oh, I was wrong about that.
Oh my god.
It's not. What is our state's minimum wage? Is it that?
I'm not saying it.
No. But if it is, then we have to censor it. Don't say anything now.
Look,
Let me
I'm just
look it
gonna.
up.
I'm literally just gonna cut out this entire conversation. about that. Like, it literally doesn't. Just keep going with the story.
Okay,
This podcast's
it's
gonna be
not.
down to
You guys
30
are
minutes.
wrong. The minimum wage it's the same shit. Okay,
What?
It's the same shit. Yes, it is. It's the same.
The federal minimum wage is $7. $7.25.
And it's
The state is less.
It's not.
It is.
It's
Promise.
It's not.
No, look it up. I promise.
Please
It's
don't make
not.
me edit this.
Oh, it is.
The state has to
It is.
follow
No,
federal.
Brady's right.
Yeah, I know I am.
Oh, we're not the only
dumbass.
state though. There's a lot of states. You don't have to edit it out.
We're the only state that's low.
There's a lot of states that have it lower than the federal.
You know,
We're fine.
I am gonna edit out this argument. Just keep going.
No,
with the story.
no, you don't have to edit it out. It's fine. The point. Okay, so the lady was like, "I can give you $13 an hour if you do this job for me," and I was like, "Cool." And then she sent me an email that had the job offer because I guess their Walmart isn't doing interviews because COVID. So she basically just interviewed me over the phone and asked for my personal information. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And I gave it to her because I was like, I want money. And so she was like, all right, we'll hire you then. Just accept this thing that I send you in this email. And she sent me this job offer, which was the job that she wanted me to do, even though she hadn't specified. She said there was 2 things that she wanted me to do, but she didn't specify which one I was gonna get. So we didn't talk about that. So she just chose one, which is whatever. Like, I didn't really care. I was just like, fine. And so then she sent this to me, but the pay on the thing she sent me was $2 less than what she said it was going to be. And I asked her and I was like, is this a typo? Like, it says $11. I want 13. Like, we talked about 13. And she was like, oh, yeah. What you just need to do is you just need to accept that. And then it's negotiable during orientation. When you do orientation, then we can talk about your pay. And I was like, cool. So she fucking scammed me. I got hard scammed by fucking Walmart.
I also warned Mike about this, and he didn't listen.
I mean, it's technically my fault that I fell for it because I should have just not accepted it until she sent the right documents over. But I went to orientation, which was like a week after, and also we gotta talk about Walmart, dude. Walmart's a fucking cult. This place is whack. I went to the back rooms in Walmart are fucking scary. They make me so uncomfortable.
It's just a warehouse.
I went back there. No, dude, it's worse than a warehouse. They've got these like little break rooms off to the sides that have huge like master televisions that only play Walmart propaganda while you eat lunch and stare at them. It's like a fucking brainwashing center. I swear, it's whack. And so the lady's doing orientation and she's like giving us all these tours and she's like trying to get me to sign more paperwork. And I'm like, I don't want to sign your fucking paperwork because we haven't discussed what hours I'm working or how much pay I'm going to make. And she's like, well, we can just talk about all that later. Like, just sign the stuff. We'll get you in. And then it's all negotiable later. And I was like, this is a fucking scam. So I told her, she kept putting shit in front of me, and I was like, I'll sign this after we finish orientation. Like, I'm gonna stay behind because there was like me and like 2 other people. And I told her, I was like, I'm gonna stay behind and we'll talk about this after. And she was like, okay, whatever. And then so we finished orientation, which was like 2.5 hours because she's like showing us around the store, and she's like, this is the baby food aisle, and I'm like, ugh. And so
Baby.
In case you've never been here before, this is Walmart.
In case you've never been to Walmart.
Never fucking shop here.
Dude, it was so embarrassing. It felt like a school field trip because we're all wearing these. She put these Walmart vests on us, and she's walking us around through the Walmart where there's
Just
actual
tell him like
people
I'm not
shopping,
gonna wear this shit.
and giving us this like tour like we've never been to a Walmart in our lives. I'm like, I get it, man. I know what I'm doing. It's a Walmart.
That's funny.
So the orientation gets over with, which was like the longest 2 hours of my life, and it gets over with, and the 2 other people that are with me leave, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go back to this lady's office, and I'm gonna fucking negotiate with her, because I was like, in my mind, I'm like, at this point, I'm realizing she's trying to get me to just forget about the $13 and just take the 11. And so I'm like, I'm not leaving this Walmart without $13 of pay. So I went back to her office and I was just like, all right, can we negotiate now? Can we talk about shit? And she was like, I don't know what you want to negotiate. And I'm like, I want to negotiate what I'm being paid because all these documents you're trying to get me to sign say $11 an hour. And she was like, yeah, that's what you accepted on the email. And I was like, that's what you told me I should accept, and then we can talk about the pay. And she's like, well, you got. And I was like, fuck.
What a great way to introduce your brand new employee to the company.
Yeah, exactly. No, seriously. They're fucking, if anybody is listening to this, which I know is like 10 people at the most, fucking never work for Walmart. It's an awful corporation. They have this wall that we walked past in their back
With
rooms.
a mart?
It was
There's a hit list.
They had this. It looked like a hit list. They had this wall of people's faces on, like, it's just pictures of employees on the wall, and on the top of it, it said it was like most dedicated employees, and it was supposed to be the people who'd worked there the longest, and it was the saddest thing I'd ever seen. It was just pictures and pictures of old people that had been working there since like 1978. And it like they're just the most unhappy pictures of individuals I'd ever seen in my life. And I'm just like, these people are gonna die working at a Walmart.
I'm like, it's because they had the same attitude as you. They were like, I'm not leaving until I get my $13 an hour.
Exactly.
And they're still waiting.
I'm going through this orientation, and I'll tell you this, man, I've never gotten this feeling from any other job or any other company that I've ever worked for. These fucking Walmart is weird, dude. I don't know what shit they're doing behind. This is an expose on Walmart right now. They are fucking. I didn't want to tell the story last week because I still thought I might work for them because I didn't have any other offers, but I got a better job this week, so I'm not going to work for Walmart anymore. And I got a job that's actually going to pay me $13 and not scam me.
That's really cool,
fucking.
Man.
Don't work for Walmart. They're gonna scam your fucking money away from you. This isn't slander. I don't want to get sued. But don't work for Walmart. It was awful. It was one of the worst job experiences I'd ever had in my entire life. It's just
and you didn't even start working yet.
I know. I didn't even work there, and it was the worst thing I'd ever experienced. I felt so terrible, like on my way home from like leaving orientation. I was just like, is this how the world is? Or is everybody just a corrupt, awful individual? I just like lost complete faith in humanity. And then I actually got a good job this week with the manager. He's like, oh yeah, like we'll actually work with you, and like we can talk about like pay increases and stuff, and we'll work around your schedule. And I'm like, oh, this is what it means to be a good manager and not be a fucking Walmart HR person.
No, yeah, they're like a really good manager. They were like, yeah, just sign this, and then later we can negotiate.
He's like, yeah, we'll negotiate everything out.
Sign your soul away. Mike, you didn't. I can't believe you fell for it though. Like, come on, don't sign shit until you get what you want.
I'd never. I feel stupid that I fell for it because it was very obviously a scam, and I'm not gonna fall for it again. Like, thank God it wasn't a worse scam. It could have been worse. I could have signed some shit that was like, you have to work for us for 2 years or something. Like, thank God I didn't sign something like that.
Yeah, it probably did.
It's not a record deal. That's
yeah, I probably did. And then next week they're gonna call me back and be like, you're supposed to be at work this week. But
what are they gonna do,
anyway,
fire
the conclusion to the story is that I got hired a few days ago, and I did a triumphant return to the Walmart and threw my vest in their face and was like, I got a fucking better job and I'm not working here. So that's the triumphant conclusion to my saga.
You threw your vest in Walmart's face?
Yeah.
Mr. Mark.
I was really hoping it's way less cool than it sounds. I was really, really hoping, because I was like dreaming about this moment. I was like, it was only for like a week that I was dreaming about it, but I was like, man, if I get a better job, I can just go back to Walmart and be like, fuck you, I'm not working for you anymore, to that stupid lady's face. And I went back, and she wasn't even working. It was some other dude. He was just like, oh, yeah, I'll write your name down and we'll just take you off the payroll. I was like, cool.
Okay.
So it was way less anticlimactic.
Well,
it was way more anticlimactic than I thought.
You'll get paid for the 2 hours you went to orientation.
Will I?
Yeah, they have to pay you for it.
Shit. Cool. I fucking robbed Walmart. Good for me. Well, not
Mike,
really. They still took 2 hours of my life.
Yeah, they took 2 hours of your life showing you baby food, man. I'm sorry about that.
It was rough, dude. That whole experience. Never worked for Walmart. It's awful. It's just so corporate. I just can't stand how brainwashy corporate it was. It was just terrible. What a shitty experience to have on your first day of orientation.
Well, that's so much different from the experience that I've had in my 3 days at Jimmy John's.
Yeah, Jimmy John's
No,
is
like,
everywhere, right? We don't have to. We don't have to
No,
censor
of course,
that.
yeah, they're
No,
not just in.
it's like nice with Jimmy John's.
Okay.
No, it was today was my 3rd day, and I got a raise.
Nice.
Whoa, that's dope.
But no, don't worry. It's not like it's a lot less cool than it
What are you
sounds.
getting paid? Can we say that?
I can tell you,
Yes.
but it's funny because you've been complaining this whole time, and I'm
Oh, did
getting
you get a
paid
raise to
$11 an
11?
hour. Yeah.
Well, that's not. I mean, it's not bad for like an opening. I just knew that there was better places to get it, and it wasn't really about the $11. It was about the principle that they fucking scammed me.
No, yeah, but the dude just was just like, yeah, we've been working hard to get people raises, and that applies to new people too. So, yeah, $11 an hour starting like yesterday, and I'm like, cool.
Oh, good.
Thank
Yeah.
was it
I don't
before
have any
that?
issue
Yeah.
with being paid 11. I had more of an issue with the fact that they were just like, "Fuck you," and we told you you'd be getting 13, but you're not. So eat it.
Yeah,
Like,
I knew what
that
I was
was-
getting paid going in, so
Yeah, that must be nice. Feels good.
they did put me on drive-through though, and I almost cried.
Really? Drive-through.
Yeah.
Dude, I
I-
almost
it was-
cried at
it
that
was-
Walmart
ugh.
orientation when I was like talking with that lady
Oh,
afterwards,
baby.
and she was like, "Fuck you, we're not paying you." I was like on the verge of tears, man. I was very upset about that. I was like, "You
Mhm.
guys are shitholes."
Yeah, that's life, man. I dropped a bucket of tuna. That was rough.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it made a
dude.
really loud noise. It's okay though.
I worked in a restaurant before, and I've had that experience where it's like a really, really busy dinner shift, and I'm the one guy in the restaurant who decides to drop the loudest thing and shatter it on the floor. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sucks. And then everybody turns their head and looks at you while the like soft piano music is playing, and you're like, "Fuck!" And then you have to
I've
clean it
heard
up
of-
in shame in front of everyone. It's awful.
I've heard of a mic drop, but this is insane.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry.
So that's my Walmart story that I've been desperately wanting to tell and just get off my chest because that fucking sucks. Fuck Walmart.
You were getting a lot more heated as the story continued. Like
I know,
I felt like you were
'cause
kind of over it
The
as you
more
were
I
starting,
recount
but the
it,
more you
I
talked
get
about it, yeah.
pissed. I get really mad at Walmart, man. Like I'm fucking so pissed off that their corporate structure is just like the worst.
We're the best.
Yeah, or it's actually good. Yeah, I
They-
mean
they
they are
scam so many
successfully
people, yeah.
brainwashing people. Dude, there was the chairs in the break room. All of the chairs sit at the tables in such a way that you can't turn the chair around because the table like wraps around the chair, and it forces you to face the wall with the big propaganda Walmart TV. I swear to God,
Wow,
dude, it's
that's
brainwashing.
genius.
They're like,
Wow.
yes, you can take a lunch break, but you have to watch these Walmart videos while you do it. It's weird, fucking weird, man.
Save money, live better.
Yeah.
Live Moss, Walmart.
Live Moss.
And then just the bell.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking shit,
Well, that was a
man.
lovely work story, man. I'm glad that you got a better job now at Redacted.
Yeah, I know. I
But,
am
yeah.
too. I'm a lot happier as an individual. I was pretty upset for like all week, but I'm a lot better now. Yeah, thank God.
That's so lovely to hear. That is so lovely. Anyway, conspiracy theories.
Oh yes, we're actually telling conspiracy theories.
But
This
that's
is just the
just
intro
a
story.
theory.
You know, and it was a good intro story.
Thank you. I pride myself in my intro stories.
Yeah, very smooth start to the podcast.
Really
now we're gonna
very
take
smooth.
it back to some.
Here's our late night. We are filming this one at night. This can be our late night disco smooth podcast. Our jazz
Nobody
side
needs to know that.
that we're filming at night. Did I dox our times?
You
Oh
did.
my god.
You've dated the video. God, Mike.
You dated the video to nighttime.
You ruined it.
Ugh. Yeah. So fuck Walmart, and let's move on to the conspiracy theories. Who wants to go first?
Yeah, just like for starters, do all of us have a conspiracy theory prepared?
I have a really shit one, so I can just go
All right, well,
first.
yeah, we'll go from
Go ahead,
worst to
man.
best. So I'll go after Adrian because mine's not too good either. How about you?
I don't want to go first because I'm the worst.
No, Brady.
No,
you're
no,
going third.
mine's definitely the worst.
Yeah, Adrian's starting.
I think
Okay,
we all think we're the worst.
so I spent a good long while looking up conspiracy theories, and then Alex Jones turning the frogs gay, that stuff. Because that was like my starting point. I was like, conspiracy theories as weird as turning the frogs gay, and then I learned that it's all real. So now I'm a firm believer in all conspiracy theories. So I had to find something really lighthearted because I now believe every single one of them. And what I stumbled upon was, so you know how Disney has this problem where everybody thinks that Walt Disney's head is frozen in like Disney HQ, and they just and they're gonna like bring him back from the dead one day. And they have like this little like head collection of all the important people in the world. So the theory is that Disney intentionally made the movie Frozen and just chucked it into the timeline, so that way anytime somebody looked up Frozen Disney, it would come up with the movie rather than all the Frozen Heads propaganda.
Smart.
That makes sense.
And the reason why is because most of like the Disney movies have like all those like connected little like scenes and references to other movies, but Frozen has substantially less because they just made it on like the fly, and we're just like, we need to quickly distract from all these people who think that we're crazy.
Except for the Rapunzel.
Let's brainwash the 6-year-olds.
Except for the Rapunzel reference.
Yeah, that one kind of shoots that down a little bit.
We don't talk about the Rapunzel reference. You just let it go.
Just like
everybody play the Jaden put in a funny sound effect, put in a rim shot.
All right, we got some smooth jokes coming off of each other. Real nice.
Well, I've got a lot of theories, so if you want, we can just do a bunch of short ones in a circle until everybody runs out. So I've got some good ones.
We'll call it a circle theory.
We'll call it a circle jerk.
A circle theory.
Oh, I didn't say it. Mike said it.
All right, I've got a good one. If y'all don't mind, this is
go next, white man.
This is one of my favorites.
That's part of the lore.
I found this one called the Phantom Time Hypothesis.
Is this about Star Wars?
No, I wish. So basically, this theory is that there was this Roman emperor, right? And his name is Otto III. And apparently there's documents somewhere that prove that he's like a bigot. And he thinks that he's like the center of the universe and everything and awesome. And so apparently, when the Roman Empire was prominent, he liked the idea of ruling during the year 1000 a lot. Like he was like, oh, I want to be the ruler during the year 1000, even though it was like the year 700. And he was like, I want to be the ruler in the year 1000. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change the date. And so there's a theory out there that says that there's a possibility that we actually are living in the year 1719, and it's not the 2000s at all, because this dude pushed forward the calendar 300 years and nobody changed it after, just so that he could rule during the year 1000.
So I don't know if that's necessarily accurate, because
we're actually living in the 1700s.
BC?
No, it's AD.
All the scientists looking at like half-lives of elements, they're like, we've been wrong all along.
True. That does.
The Earth is actually 100 years old.
But I guess there's substantial document proof that the dude really enjoyed ruling in the year 1000, and so people think that maybe it wasn't actually the year 1000 when he ruled, and that he just changed it.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Wow.
I mean, he was the emperor. He could do whatever he wanted.
I mean,
but how would that affect globally, like the date?
Yeah, it's
like everybody was
because
like,
it was the Holy Roman Empire. It was like
it's complete BS.
Yeah,
I
know. It doesn't make sense because the Mayans had their own calendar and shit. I understand. It's a conspiracy.
Oh yeah, the Mayans are what debunks
fair enough.
Yeah.
Don't for those damn Mayans.
Nothing else, just the Mayan calendar.
The Mayan calendar, and dude, do you think Walmart is an extension of the Holy Roman Empire?
Oh, for sure. No, they're an extension of the fucking Third Reich.
Oh wow.
Man, I feel a lot better about my conspiracy theory.
Yeah. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? What's yours?
That's what it means.
No, don't worry. Mine's not very good. I just it's just one that I've always been kind of interested in ever since I first saw it. It's like the conspiracy theory about the dude John Titor. Have you guys ever heard of that guy?
Yes,
I haven't.
I mean, they debunked it, but dude, it's very fascinating.
No, it's always been interesting to me. It's like this. It's
Lay it
basically
on me,
this dude
baby.
named John Titor
Time
who like
travel
was
man.
like, yeah, it was like this time travel dude.
Oh.
He was like on the internet. Was it like 2000 and 2001? Like it was like around that time. He like when the internet was like starting to take off. He was like on a bunch of like online forums, basically like the equivalent of them at the time, and he was just telling people that like he was from the future and all this like all these things that were gonna happen. I think he said that he was like from 2036 is what I'm seeing, or like yeah, he was from like 2036, and he's talking about all these things that were gonna happen and like how to stop them. And another interesting thing about it, because like that as a whole isn't very interesting, but what I like the most about it is there was like a TV show that jumped onto that premise about John Titor, and like built off of that and acted like it was real in this like fictional universe. And so I
Damn.
watched that show and it was dope.
Nice.
Wow.
It's not like a conspiracy theory, it's just something that I've always been interested in. John Titor, and then the like point of it of like the TV show is that John Titor's like telling people that they need to acquire an IBM 5100, and it's like a special computer thing that will like save the world or something, or like invent time travel or something like that. And that was like the premise of the TV show.
Mhm.
And it's just dope. That like
Kinda
something,
like,
so like
kinda
some like
Terminator.
yeah, the reason I like it was like it was like this theory that had like a cult following for such a long time, and they took it and made it into like a TV show that treated it seriously, and that was like
Nice.
super interesting to me.
Damn.
That's
That's a
my
good
theory.
one. I'll look into that
Yeah.
one. That one seems pretty interesting.
Oh, don't look into it because the TV show is an anime.
Oh, no. Jaden,
I got you hooked.
didn't mention that.
I know, I got you hooked first, and then I told you it wasn't it.
God damn it, Jaden.
You played me like a damn fiddle.
He
Now
played
we
us
have
like
Michael.
he had us in the first half. Not gonna lie.
It's a good anime, damn. Anyway, but that's just a theory.
All right,
You
taking
can't
on to the
say
next
that.
smooth theory.
So mine's gonna be more paranormal, I guess. We've already
Ooh.
kind of talked about this, but mine is gonna be about skinwalkers.
God damn.
So
We've talked about this
skinwalkers are it's like a Native American legend that there are these creatures that they're basically demons. When they come and try to get you by manipulating you. So a lot of stories of people encountering this are, most of the time it's on Native American reservations, and they'll be at nighttime, people will be sleeping or they'll be getting up and they'll hear like their spouse outside or like their dead grandfather talking to them to lure them out, and like most of the time it's like screaming for help. So these skinwalkers lure you by making you think that somebody that you love or somebody you know is in danger. They lure you out and then they fucking kill you.
They eat your skin. What's the point of the skin?
Because it's like they're like taking the skin of your loved ones. I get it. It's like the body snatcher kind of thing.
They're called skinwalkers because they quote unquote walk in the skin of somebody
I
that
got you.
could manipulate you into
Getting
lured out and getting donked.
So in the middle of the night, if I hear like a faint,
Yeah, that's
Oh,
probably
God,
not
it's
Seth
Seth
Rogen.
You're like, I need
like-
to go save Seth Rogen from choking.
oh God, is he okay?
The one person that I care more about than anyone.
Jeez.
Yeah,
No,
there's a
that-
lot
that
more
is
to it,
interesting.
but it's very scary when you get into it. I would not
Yeah.
recommend watching videos about it at 3 in the morning.
Especially
We don't
yeah,
recommend
it's super lit.
researching any of these theories because we're
They're just
part of
theories.
them. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah,
We
guys,
are
you're like
part of
super
it.
I'm a
scary.
Mason. I'm a Mason. I'm a Freemason. Let's talk about Freemasonry. Do you guys know about that?
Is
Is
that
it
a
like-
conspiracy theory?
Is it
Yeah,
like masonry, but it costs more?
So you guys haven't heard about like Freemasons?
I have no idea
I
what
know,
you're talking
yeah,
about.
I've heard about the Freemasons, but
Okay,
I
well
don't,
let me
I don't know where you're going with this.
inform you guys about another conspiracy theory. So You guys know what the Freemasons are, right?
No clue.
So Freemasons are like the people who, it's like a cult, it's like a frat almost, of people who like plan logistical things. It's like a guild.
Okay.
Do they have any affiliation with Walmart?
Probably, actually. It's like a huge, very widespread thing. Like the founding fathers were Freemasons. They're people who I don't want to call it a frat, but it's a frat, and it's very powerful people who have positions of power as well.
It's like the Illuminati.
So it's like the Illuminati, but it's a real group. So the conspiracy theory goes. The conspiracy theory goes that they placed, like, they control the world market, and they've placed a lot of different like hints around that you can find. So like they intentionally placed the Washington Monument in front of the White House pointing a certain direction, so that way it's like a clue.
It's a national treasure.
It's just like national.
Yeah, and if you look on the back of the Declaration of Independence. Oh my god.
So yeah, right track. Did I cut out?
Brady,
You're lagging like a lot. It was really funny.
Okay. Yeah, Brady.
I was just saying,
say
yes.
your last sentence again, please.
Yes, Nick. The National Treasure was like all the shit that they got were Masons put that stuff down. They were all Masons.
Oh.
So that's what that is.
Connected to National Treasure.
Yes, it is. This is
Nick
Nick Cage. Comes back to Nick Cage. I'm surprised you guys haven't heard of the Masons. I'm not explaining it well, so I'm going to pull up a wiki page that actually has like good examples of this stuff.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, Mike, do you have another mini theory while we're
Nick
waiting?
Cage because I've got.
That's where the next one goes.
About Nick Cage. Unless who hasn't told one? Adrian, you haven't told one, right?
I told mine.
Yeah, he told us the first one, the really shitty one that no one remembers.
Wait, what was the one that Adrian?
Mike.
We're just gonna let him forget.
Damn
Move
it.
on. Go ahead,
Jane,
Mike.
You haven't told one then, have you?
What? No, mine was the John
guys-
Titor one.
You guys ready to start the
has everybody
podcast?
told one?
Yeah, we've all told one. So if you want to tell your other mini one while Brady's looking up stuff on Wiki.
All right, well let's talk about Nick Cage. All
Wait,
right?
are we gonna start the podcast yet? Because like I thought Mike had like a really cool story about Walmart that he wanted to tell or something.
All right.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, Mike, tell your story.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so
I thought you said there was a good one.
And
Okay,
then,
let's not let
it
this
was the
bit go on
best
a little too
experience I'd ever had.
Oh.
Okay, that's a conspiracy theory because it's not true. Anyway,
That's
You didn't go to Walmart?
yeah, exactly.
Wait, you didn't ever work at Walmart?
Nick Cage is a fucking alien, boys. Okay, Nick Cage, the theory goes, was abandoned by his family, other aliens, and left on Earth to die, right? And then there was a Hollywood director whose name is Francis Ford Coppola. I don't know how you pronounce his last name. And he basically found Nick Cage, this leftover alien from outer space, and he raised him. And then Cage became an actor because the guy who adopted him was a Hollywood director.
Yeah, Coppola doesn't sound anything like Cage, so where'd he get his name?
I don't fucking know. That's just what it says.
And how does he have parents?
Oh, here's an
So
even
it's,
better one. There's a
is it
rumor
just-
that claims that Nick Cage is actually a 150-year-old Civil War soldier who is unable to
is.
die.
What do you mean he is?
The rumor started when a fan found a picture of a Cage lookalike in a bunch of Civil War photographs. Fucking true, man.
Yeah, that's not a
Yeah.
fucking theory.
Yeah,
can't
I'm
debunk
That's a
sorry.
fact.
I'm sorry that I accidentally took the wrong research. I meant to research theories, but I accidentally found a fact. That's my bad.
Okay,
guys.
so here's the thing on the Masons, if you guys want to hear it.
Mhm.
Masonic conspiracy theories are conspiracies involving Freemasonry, which is basically a religion that worships the Masonic God. It's the belief that the Masonic God is contrary to the teachings of various mainstream religions. So a lot of the conspiracies are that, like, so do we want U.S. ones or just general?
USA.
Sure.
USA.
Okay, so one of them is that the Freemasons intertwine various symbols and numerology into modern culture, such as like corporate logos, the pyramid on the dollar bill. The United States was founded by Freemasons who have interwoven Masonic symbols into American society, particularly in national seals, streets in Washington, D.C. So, like, there's a theory that they intentionally made the streets in D.C. form a triangle, and in the center is where their fucking shit is. There's
Nice moment of silence for the Masons.
It sounds to me like we're just
Brady.
using the Masons as a scapegoat.
and
Oh,
all that shit.
no.
They also say that the September 11th attacks were astrological, so it was like a hidden war
What is that?
between the Masons and the Templar. Like
Okay.
it's like them. It's a result of them fighting the fucking Islam. Like, there's all kinds of crazy
I'd like
shit.
to take a moment to acknowledge that these are all theories that we are not believers
Yeah,
in.
we're definitely don't believe them.
Because now we're talking about 9/11, which means that we gotta clarify some statements.
There are conspiracy theories about 9/11.
Guys, what happened on 9/11?
Oh God.
Oh,
Never forget.
I remember. Sorry about that.
Is it weird that 9/11 is and 911 to call the emergency services are like the same thing? Is that?
I'm pretty sure that's why it
Anybody
was
notice
planned
that?
that way. I'm
Or
pretty
it's
sure
just
that
like a
that
coincidence.
was- I don't
By
know,
the
I think it's
Freemasons.
coincidence.
That's-
It was, I think
or
it was
the
planned that way by
Freemasons
the
planned
terrorists,
that.
right?
No, it was the Templars. That's when they
Oh, sorry,
planned
the
it.
Templars. Yes.
Yeah.
The
It sounds
Templar?
like the
Podcast is
Freemasons.
not
Assassin's
affiliated
Creed?
with the Templars.
Assassin's Creed might also be about the Masons.
Yeah, it sounds like the Masons are just trying to take credit for everything everybody else has done. They're like,
Yeah, that's basically it.
city designers? No, that was us, man.
True.
That's really funny.
It's just
He's
that
like-
the Masons are lazy as shit and they don't want to do anything, so they're just like, yeah.
You're gonna get fucking dude. You're gonna disappear.
I know. I'm so sorry.
One of them's listening to this podcast.
Mike's
He's
gonna
like,
get
"Hey,
booked."
I developed the Assassin's Creed video games,
Dude.
bitch. You're going down."
Dude,
Mike's
if
gonna
you-
get booked.
Guys, if I disappear mysteriously, you have to continue the podcast on and tell people the stories.
We'll probably just quit.
No, don't quit. Don't tell. That's gonna give them all the. You're giving the Freemasons all the
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah, we want you
Probably
to
just
fucking go
silence
bye-bye.
ourselves.
We
No,
want
if
you to
you-
go bye-bye, Mike.
If you guys agree right now that you'll continue the podcast and
Nope.
spread the good word, then they probably won't kill me because it'll.
Then we'll disappear. What the fuck?
No.
I don't want to be replaced with a fucking Cylon. You can't
Yes,
Yeah, no.
we will end the podcast for sure.
No, we're never
100%.
ending
Mike
the
can suck a
podcast.
dick.
The podcast is going to episode 1769 before we stop.
Not if the Masons come after your ass.
Okay, well, if the Masons come after my ass, then you guys have to continue on and spread the good.
No, we're not gonna get gone.
You're not going to get gone, man. This is preemptive strike against them. If they know that if I die, the podcast will continue and you guys will talk about how I got assassinated by them, then they won't assassinate me.
No, they'll just take us all out at the same time.
Okay, well, I'd rather have us all die than just me die.
I wouldn't. I'd rather just
No.
you die. So
No, you're
if
leaving
Mike
me
dies, we'll
killing
stop
me.
the podcast.
You can't do this.
I just did.
This is an
If
assault.
Mike dies, podcast is over.
Incorrect. Don't say that.
I just did.
Dude, the Masons.
Good. I hope they take you.
Masons, I have utmost respect in if you want to kill me.
Mike's
I
like
will-
pleading for his
We're talking
life.
to them now.
No. I have a different angle to take on
Mike's
this.
making a plea.
I
He's
will
like, please
join
just
you.
don't kill me.
Instead of killing
They
me,
don't
I will
want
join
you.
you. I'll
They
be
don't
your
fucking
little
want you.
rat spy. I can be your little rat spy. Why don't they want me, Brady?
Because you're a little rat.
I can be their little rat spy, and I'll go get information from Walmart for them.
Mitch McConnell is in my pocket.
Mitch
Do we have-
McConnell is in my Mason pocket. You think he's
Do we
one of
have
them?
any other conspiracy theories?
Yeah, I've got a bunch.
Mitch McConnell's a Mason.
I got some good one actually.
Got
I was
some
gonna save
good
this one for last because it could provoke some discussion.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
I think
great.
we've got a little, like quite a bit of time left, like just a little bit maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
All
right,
I'm
so
down
this
for
is
this to be
one-
like the last thing we talk about. Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
we're
one
at
that
40
is
minutes already.
this conspiracy theory is one that is not uncommon. Many people are aware of this.
Great.
Which is have y'all ever heard of the Denver International Airport? I don't know
Oh
if you've
God.
heard
Yes,
of it.
this dude.
It's a
This is
little
a
bit of an
Masons thing
international
too.
airport in the middle of the country. Don't know if you ever heard of it.
Wait, I've heard of this. Yeah,
well,
I think I already know this too.
Actually, the Denver
Yeah, really
International
close
Airport
to
is a
Mike.
hub for the Illuminati. So, where this theory comes from is basically, apparently, in the Denver International Airport, I've seen some pictures. They have these mural walls. all
Oh,
over
so
the
you've been to
place.
Denver?
No, I have not been to Denver.
How did you see the pictures?
Online? Because I'm reading this fucking conspiracy theory website.
Oh, so you haven't seen them? You've seen pictures of them?
No, I've seen pictures of them.
Okay.
So there are
you
these
should
mural
clarify that.
walls in
Don't wanna
DIA.
dox
That's what
anybody.
I said, but okay. So there's these mural walls in the DIA, which is basically there are all these like I don't know if they're on like the inter part of it or if they're like in the waiting areas or anything, but
They're right when you enter, like
They're right when
literally
you
right
enter?
next
Okay.
to baggage claim.
great.
I've been
they
there.
have they have these intricate murals that have all these weird symbols and shapes on them, and apparently nobody knows who painted them. I'm sure if you really researched, you could find out. So it's probably very debunkable. But they've got these murals that got weird symbols and weird imagery of like death on them and shit. And also, people say that if you look at DIA from above and you map out the hallways, it makes a swastika shape. Which I don't know if that is true, but maybe I haven't ever mapped it out from above, so
It's
I
like
don't know.
No, you haven't.
The paintings are like pictures of. They're like depiction of like an end of the world war, aren't they?
Yes,
Like a guy with a
I have
gas
some
mask
here.
on.
They're very apocalyptic imagery.
Yeah, it's like a guy with a gas mask on and a gun.
People also say there is the theory about the tunnels underneath the United States, which there was a popular movie about with Jordan Peele directed the movie Us that kind of played off of that fun theory. And people
I
say
think
that
everybody's
those
familiar.
tunnels-
Oh, you're
people
talking
say
about
that
Harriet
those-
Tubman?
Yeah, no. People say that
Yeah,
the
the Underground Railroad.
converge
I've heard of
at
that.
DIA. They say that DIA is like the hub. It's where they all converge underneath. Which also,
Like
I
Men
don't
in
know how you
Black.
could confirm that or even theorize that, but I mean,
It's
I
like
guess
Men in
that's-
Black.
Yeah, it's like Men in Black. So basically, DIA is the
Nothing like
center
Men in
of
Black.
all evil intelligence. And I think we should take a road trip, boys. And we go figure it out for ourselves. Is that where
That's
this?
really
is that where
far.
this podcast is gonna like turn into a live podcast where we go infiltrate DIA.
How are we gonna get to Denver, Mike?
With a plane? We can just fly in. Fly into
Oh,
the airport,
Mike.
baby.
What if they watch the podcast though? They know we're coming, and then they'll shoot us down. The Masons
No,
will find us.
Yeah, the Masons will make sure our plane crashes. That's true.
Oh,
They're
God.
plotting with. They plotted with Dick Cheney for
We
oil
don't take-
profits.
We will not take a plane anymore because now I'm nervous. We'll walk on foot. Because
How long
Why
would
don't
that
we just
drive?
take the tunnels?
if we drive, yeah, let's find an entrance near where we are, which we can't say, but we'll find an entrance.
I don't think there is one.
You don't think so?
No.
We'll find a tunnel entrance. Let's just
We
dig
live in a
down until we
field.
hit tunnel.
Or
Everybody come to
bedrock.
my
Dig down
house.
comes
until
first.
we hit.
Everybody come to my house. We'll start digging in the center
Where's
of
your-
the house, and then once we hit tunnel,
In the center of the house.
yeah, exactly. We don't
The
go
house.
outside because then we can't dig at night because it'll get too cold. But if we dig in the house, eventually we'll hit tunnel, right? That's the theory.
No, I don't think it's like ever expanding tunnels under the entire United States. I think
I think
there
that
are
is the
tunnels.
theory.
Oh, so like you dig down far enough, there's just like a big warehouse.
Yeah.
So it's not a tunnel, it's just a fucking warehouse.
Well, it's not a warehouse, but you'll hit tunnel.
It's not a tunnel.
I
If
mean,
it's everywhere, it's not a
guaranteed-
tunnel.
It's not guaranteed you'll hit part of the tunnel, but it's like pretty likely if
Is
there's
it a
multiple
tunnel if
layers.
it's everywhere?
Yes, as long as they don't like all connect into one big box. As long as it's
Well,
still
how would they
tendrils,
be everywhere?
Because they tendril
if they
off
don't all
like
connect?
a tree branch.
So can you dig down from literally anywhere and get to a tunnel?
Not anywhere. There's probably
Okay,
places
then
where
why
it
would
won't
your
be
house be an
through.
entrance? Are you part of
It's
the
like
fucking Illuminati?
it's like yes, it's like if
well then you know about it.
if you're standing above a tree and you drop a pebble, like there's a small chance that it'll just go through all the branches and not hit any. But like it's more than likely going to hit a branch. You see what I'm saying?
Nope.
Okay. Well, the Freemasons are going to be on my ass, so I guess
Yeah,
it
no,
doesn't
I'm a little
matter what I
nervous
think
about
anymore.
that.
I'm
I can't
doomed.
afford to be. I can't afford to be at risk to that kind of shit, Mike. My skin's darker than yours.
Freemasons. Freemasons, take me over Jaden as prisoner.
Yes, please.
I'd be willing to sacrifice for Jaden's life because I feel like
but
Jaden has some sort of value in the world at least.
Well, then how the fuck
Yeah,
are
I
we
work
gonna
at Jimmy
continue the
John's.
podcast?
Who's gonna get their sandwiches freaky fast if Jaden dies?
I'm actually freaky slow. I only know like the first 7 sandwiches.
Well, you better hope Jimmy John's isn't in on the Freemasons then, because they're gonna take you out themselves.
I know. Question
Actually,
though,
Jaden
for
Martin-
everybody.
Oh.
I have a question. Are there any conspiracy theories that you guys actually believe in?
Well, then
I
they
feel-
wouldn't
I feel
be
like we're all
conspiracy
pretty
theories. They'd just be
superstitious people.
factual.
No, that's not how facts work. Because you believe them.
Yeah, I
don't know
believe
if you
factual
knew this,
conspiracies.
But, facts don't care about your feelings.
Oh, my mistake.
You see, you must not be indoctrinated. Let me send you a quick YouTube link to PragerU.
Oh, thank
Dennis
you.
Brager.
Dennis Brigg.
God, I got an actual YouTube ad about Dennis Brager, and I was like, this is racist shit I've
Boom.
ever watched.
There
You
you
know
go.
what it
There's-
said? It was like, white privilege isn't real. They say white privilege. It's like, I grew up, I didn't have a dad. I had to struggle to get a job. We lived in poverty for my entire life. And if I were to tell you this story out of context, you wouldn't think I was white. I'm like, oh my
He's even got
fucking
the voice
God, this is the
fluctuations down.
most
Yeah, geez,
racist
wow.
thing I've ever
You
seen.
wouldn't think I was white.
Brady,
Sounds like America's Got Talent.
Brady, I think that you might be Dennis Brager.
I hope not. Holy
Are you
shit.
related? What if you found out that you were distantly related to Dennis Brager?
I'd fucking end it.
Whoa.
I'd end it all.
Guys, it doesn't sound like we're joking. Do you guys want me to edit this part out? I don't want them to
No.
think that we act like that they I don't want anybody else to know.
What the fuck? Okay, Mike.
You don't want anybody to know that Dennis Prager is a dick and not cool?
No, that Brady, has that relation.
Oh, he has that
yeah.
relationship to Mr.
The
Prager.
Dennis.
Yeah, like I know that they might think we're joking, but like if anybody thinks we're telling shit, like I should edit this out, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Should,
Yeah,
okay,
edit
okay.
it out. You know what,
Well,
Jaden?
this
Edit out
actually-
this entire episode. Let's start from scratch.
It'll just like the episode will be 5 seconds, and it'll just be like, "Welcome to the Smooth Cast,"
Spooky cast.
Today we're gonna- and that's all today on the Smooth Cast.
Yeah, right there. Cut that. That's perfect.
It's like
All
the
right.
Spotify ads.
Yeah.
Want a
Ironically,
break from the ads?
You
That guy's voice is so fucking smooth.
want a break from the ads?
Want a break
Dude,
from
I
the
don't even
ad.
have premium Spotify because I'm such a fucking corporate shill for Walmart that I can't even purchase it.
What?
God damn it.
Brady accidentally did bring up a conspiracy theory, though, that we were talking about Dennis Prager, and then it appeared on his phone, which
Oh yeah, the
means that
Google spirit.
the
conspiracy.
Google's-
True.
all
No,
listening to
I watched a Dennis Prager, the
It was for
YTPs,
fun. Yeah, we watched a YouTube poop of it.
the
Yeah.
YouTube poops. Mike and I were watching YouTube poops that were making fun of Dennis Prager.
Yeah.
But I got a real ad for his school, and it was like, dude, oh my god, it was the most racist propaganda bullshit I've ever
Dude,
watched.
Adrian was on his phone once when I was around, and he got a hilarious ad that we watched together. We were just laughing our asses off. It was so good.
I just
It
couldn't
was
believe
the-
it. He's like, I'm not white privileged because I was poor. I'm like, oh god, dude.
That might actually be the one that we saw too. Ours was very similar.
yeah, it's
That's all white people.
it's the poor black guy who's no, that one's directed by Dennis Prager. The other one is a black guy.
Yeah.
Different, two different videos.
It's
That's
the
a
poor
real
black
black
guy
guy.
that looks
Not
like
a
he's
fake
being
one.
held at gunpoint to say Dennis Prager is good.
Dennis Prager is good. Dennis Prager is great.
Dennis Prager is God.
But yeah, Dennis Prager fucking is a shitty guy.
Pretty sure.
I think we
I
can all
think
agree
that
on
is
that.
like one of the truths of the universe. You know, people.
Wow.
Alex Jones is not a good person. Dennis Prager probably also.
Who
not
even
a good
is
person.
he? What was his job before he got a fucking YouTube ad corporation?
I don't know. He probably has some political affiliation with like. I mean, he obviously has a political affiliation, but I mean, like, he's probably a politician somehow.
No, I'm pretty sure he was the dude that built the Swastika airport, right?
Yeah, probably.
Swastika Airport.
It all
Video's
links
gonna
together.
Get flagged because the system's gonna hear us saying the word swastika.
He's a radio talk show
I don't think
host.
that's how YouTube algorithm works.
Well, it can hear words and flag you for them.
Penis, 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 penis.
That's definitely not one of them, but swastika
Damn it.
might be.
How do the top? I typed in Dennis Prager, and you know what the top result is?
What?
How do I block ads by PragerU?
That's hilarious. Yeah. If anybody gets a hey, tell us in the comments, what's your funniest Dennis Prager story?
Oh, do you want the best one by far?
Yeah. Definitely.
It's so there's on the PragerU channel. There's this younger, basically Ben Shapiro looking guy,
right.
and he goes out on the streets on college campuses and is just like trying to incite as much violence as possible between him and them. It is awesome. He's
Right.
like, so do you think that the border wall is racist? And all the college students are like, of course. And he's like, well, why? And it's like, so like he brings up some like okay valid points. Like he's trying to like convince people that like things aren't as one-sided as they seem, and he's just trying to like push the agenda. So they like cut all the videos to like make him look like he's super small and destroying all the liberal children.
Right.
And there's one where he goes on the streets of California and he has this black police officer with him. And he goes and talks to these people and he's like, hey, so what do you think about racist police? And everyone's like, obviously like, yeah, police are kind of like racist sometimes. I know there's some good cops out there, but just by and large, they don't seem like all that good people. And then the black guy is like, oh, well, I'm actually a police officer. And the people are like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh, I didn't mean it. And then the black guy spends the next like 5 minutes like talking about like how police aren't racist, but he does it in like this really sketchy way. Where he's like, yeah, so if you look at the crime statistics, you'll realize that in California, white people are shot 2 times as much as black people. And they're like, oh my God, I didn't realize we're so racist against white people. And then it's like, what are the population demographics for California? It is not a 2-to-1 ratio for white to black people. So their entire point is to educate people on
So
why
it was
the cops aren't
staged, is
racist.
what you're saying.
Yeah, but it's 100% racist, and the guy's just like blindly defending it.
Nice.
Do you think Dennis Prager was just like, listen, man, I know this is against your morals, and I know you don't want to go out with my Ben Shapiro looking ass son and talk about weird shit on the streets with California people, but like, here's $500,000, and the police officer is probably like, well, shit.
Done deal. Yeah,
I'd take $500,000 to do that.
It's the same thing as those like poor black ladies who had to like do the Trump's birthday ad.
Oh
Oh.
no, that's
Yeah,
really
poor
sad.
them.
Yeah.
They're like, we love you, Trump. Happy birthday. And they held up like these big old flyers and were just doing dances for 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And then
they
when
were
the camera
crying
cuts,
too.
the camera crew is just like, here's $3 million.
Hands her the briefcase. Take it and
Yeah.
go.
Here's this small load.
Yikes. Dude,
I hope the podcast
feel
didn't
like-
get too political.
I don't think it's getting too political. Like, these people are fucking crazy extremists. I don't think we're not too far out of line saying that Dennis Prager's like a shitty
A
guy.
fucking crazy man, yeah.
There are
But
two
the
sides to
first-
everything.
The first result on Google is how do I block his ads? So I don't think we're
Pretty
too
sure that
far out
Google's
here.
not going to get offended if they're all Googling how do I block his ads. That's whack, man. Fucking Dennis Prager's crazy. Dude, alright, this is the time of the episode where we choose the name since it's at the end. Can
Oh,
it be,
And we have 5
let me
minutes.
propose a name.
Okay, go.
I want to incorporate conspiracy theories, Walmart, and Dennis Prager into it. I think those are our 3 main
Seems
points.
like we do this every time.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
should we
Mike's
just-
point.
Wait, why don't we just make it one sentence and the sentence is just It's a question. It says
Just name it PragerU.
is it says is Dennis Prager an Illuminati member from Walmart?
We can
Find
just
out
steal one
on
of
Dennis
today's
Prager
episode of
and
the
Walmart
KiwiCast.
conspire
Yeah.
with the Mason.
Dennis Prager plus Walmart equals Illuminati.
We should
KiwiCast.
start out all of our podcasts with a question like
Put
that.
Dennis Prager.
It's-
Put
it's-
But we're not
something to
good
grab
mythical
the
morning,
attention.
Michael.
No, it's something to grab the attention of the viewer.
Yeah, I know.
To be
Like, you mean like good mythical morning?
no, not good mythical more. They don't say it. Well, I guess they kind of do. Yeah, I guess
Oh
they
my
do kind
God.
of do. Shit.
How
Yeah,
about
you know who
this?
else? You know who else does that?
But we don't.
Here, Vsauce, Michael here.
Everybody does. Okay, well,
Apples.
why are we trying to reinvent the wheel then? Why don't we do what the successful people are
Because
doing?
we're our own people.
We're
Like
our own
successful people
but,
like PragerU. Why don't we just
Why
get
don't-
one of their
our own
video
people in a
titles?
format of other people.
I have a better idea, people. Why don't we
Okay.
end the podcast with an answer?
What do you mean?
How about that? Instead of starting the podcast with a question, we end it with an answer.
All right.
She won't take you back. All right, guys. Thanks for
7.
listening to this.
Okay.
Kiwi.
Yeah, exactly. She won't take you back, Gerald.
Want a break from the
That's
ad?
the answer.
No, that's a question.
We could call it premium propaganda and PragerU.
PragerU.
Yes.
Want a break from the ad?
Propaganda by PragerU. Maybe we shouldn't make that the name of. People are not going to click on it if they're
Just name it.
if they're already scared of PragerU, which they're rightfully scared of.
Just name it. Want a break from the ads?
Want to break?
That's
from
true. We don't have
PragerU?
any mid rolls.
Yeah, we don't have any ads.
Do you guys?
So anyway, you guys want to buy my
know
merch?
anybody? How do we get our podcast sponsored? That's what I want. Let's
We
start
gotta
making money.
we gotta have like a certain amount of
Viewership
people
first,
watching
yeah.
us, and then we'll get an email. Jaden
Well,
will get
we
an email.
have
It's like, hey,
10
here's
weekly
money.
viewers.
I know.
I think it takes
That's pretty
slightly
good.
more than that.
Yeah, just
Dude,
a little bit
Can I
more,
just
man.
say that the last episode that we uploaded got 10 views much quicker than any of the other ones? I was very impressed. It got 10 views in like a day, and then it kind of leveled off. But the other ones usually take like a week to get up to 10.
Oh, yeah,
I've been tracking them.
I put it on a playlist and I just fell asleep with it on my bed.
Oh, fuck.
It got up to 10 real quick though. I was very proud. I'm proud of how far we've come to our 10 views.
Yeah, you know what? And I think it was because I uploaded it late and everybody was waiting for it, you know?
Exactly.
They're like,
Oh, yeah,
they're
then
like
they
scratching
fucking
their
hit
necks. They're like,
hard.
come on,
Everybody
man.
hopped on.
How's
Come
getting
on,
my
where's my
hands?
KiwiCast?
Jane, don't tell them that it was uploaded late. They don't need to. They don't need to know. It's
I'm pretty
okay.
sure they could just check.
Mike,
You know,
it's your
most of them
fault.
were uploaded on Fridays except for that one.
Yeah, I'm aware, but like,
It was your fault, Mike.
yeah. I know.
Oh, is that the music coming in? Oh my
Yeah, no, this is
god!
about
Oh
the
my
end of the
god, is the
episode.
music coming in right at the
No,
sad
hey,
point?
I'm
Wow,
editing it. It's
the
coming
music
in right
started.
about now. All right, it's coming in now, and now it's
Time
getting real
to
start
smooth.
it.
It's coming in real nice and
Ooh,
nice.
this
And
is
it's
Can you
getting a
do
little
the jazz
louder.
today? So
This
that
is
it's
way
like
smoother.
The theme.
I really appreciate you
Wow.
Ooh,
guys
this
listening.
jazz
to
is
the
really
podcast.
nice, Jaden.
Dude,
Wow.
this
Oh my
this
god, is
music
that an
is
elephant
smooth.
sound in the background? Wow.
Oh my god, is that a
Great.
parrot squawking? Oh my god, that's crazy. Is that
Wow.
exotictoys.mp3 playing in the background right now? Oh my god.
Wow, Jaden, all these amazing jungle sounds are great.
Is that Dennis Prager? Did Dennis Prager just sponsor a podcast?
I would have cut it out. I'm cutting it out. Like, I would have stopped it by now.
Is that the Ben 10 watch noise?
Oh my god.